Welcome back. This is Mission and Minister Sylvester. We are at a site currently. The number one host, guest, and creator, 1C1 crew. Why you seeing one crew is always almost every time being alone and standing for the real purpose and truth with authority. According to this day, grounded 25th, that is just simply saying seven. So it's just my seventh generation doing my purpose for duty and routine. So I've been creating this. It's on a very different level. I want to also create this and make sure we put up this very building right there, and then we look at the new ways we can make another building look more attracting to what the very desires and the beauty of the spirit. So watch carefully. Now this very SUV right there, we're going to put it here. I hope you can see what I'm doing currently. When you take a look and watch carefully, you would have noticed something here. Watch carefully. You see, this is the nature of the building. This is the nature of what? The building. Like, what is the nature? We said the naturi or nature. So the nature or nature. Now, let's drop out and let's put it here. What I was just simply doing is this. Now, I'll do it a real quick, something, real quick drafting that you will see what I'm saying. Now, I wanted to make sure you got this on like this. And let's take a look, close view. So that we look at it, if indeed it's in the art, we can find close view. So we're going to have it like this. So you see at the initial stage where I'm building this Empire Mansions. So we definitely see the real art showing. So in the fact and the main purpose for this building, just look at it. You see that? Okay, so we want to have it like this. Just as you see it. So we want to have it. So at the time you will see any other thing, the decor or just find it. What you are currently watching is this. So I'm just going to make sure we get it like this. You see that you have never seen any house or system like this. Indeed, for the art tells that you can only have it as news. How we can see it right? It looks to you what? What does it feel like? So we're going to have what? A story on. So indeed, you're seeing it like this part alone is what? 2 bedrooms right here. And you can just look at the art or the architecture. You say that? All right. Let's look at it close here. Maybe this. So if I put a garage gate here, doesn't really mean you understand what it holds. Do you get it? Let's see what the Lord is asking. That we can't be talking to wood. We are not talking to wood. We are not talking to life like this. We are not talking to earth. We are talking spiritually to spirit. And that when we finish at this very initial stage, we're going to have it the way it is. So let's watch carefully. So your home built like this and see where what? The Lord you heal, the transporter, where they are. How we can see that? So when you see it like in this form, geometric format, you're going to say, where? What? We just wanted to look at it like that. So that until I design it, until I decorate, until I paint, you don't see anywhere. You don't see nothing. It just look like, wow. That's a more like a 2D. You are seeing more like a 2D. Yeah, it looks like 2D. But do you not see that it's in reality? Let's go closer to this and speedy. So watch carefully. Let me also put a roof on. Like I was just trying to look at some of the things that we'll need later. Let's find out like that. And so I'm going to show the level that. Yeah, level this. See this? Let's also add a roof in a form. So you see the side here. You see what it looks like. I hope you can see what I'm saying. Now let's get it also onto the side. So it looks real to what you are seeing as a plan is. Watch what it is. What it is like. What are we seeing? Let's take a dimension like this. a dimension like this. So that when you have a house built like this, you see that on just a level like this, we would have been already, whatever we're saying is a home, to the level like this. Do you see what I'm saying? Are we seeing it? That is right before you, what nobody hiding. No mount hiding. Mount hiding. So are we also on this understanding that the roof or the building is going to go up? Then if it goes up, you have to see many other things. Now add a roof here and you see what it is. Adding to that one changes the view. Adding to anything here will definitely change it. You will find out the real look. Let's get it. So I'm just getting it through that we may find the real truth. So let's get to the finish line, and you just want to see that as it is right here. The pillar forms and things really, you have a circle. So what size is this here? Look, the measure is this. This is a measure. The dimension square is 3 or tri square. So once we mention what I said we talk about as Freemason, then we brought this news. So the application or the softwares for building, they have migrated to this as effectually we have it what? The squares. Why we're talking about the geometry and the whatever. I don't want us to talk so much about it. So seeing it as it is, real looks. So when I have a level, let's also create for myself. So I'm just going to go for what it is. To say that I want to upgrade it to what level? Let's get to the level here. So I'm just making sure tools like you use a computer or an application or software, and they tell you icons for each functioning differ from the other, or one key for multi-purpose. Now, for multi-purpose, you want to say, let's go up for the continuous building. That, who do you think have taught us what I have to do? Or it's because it's my visions that we are supposed to what? Just see it, then I know the use of it. So we build continuous, watch carefully. I'm going to do watch carefully. So I want us to take a look at, so this is not what we are using. So like I'm showing you that you have to know what the Lord is talking about. You can't do any of this if you truly know the one. So even what I'm doing now, I have to watch carefully. So if we should have the floor like this, or the level, let's say this. I want us to look at what it's going to look like, as the language is not the tongue of my enemy. I'm not dead, and there's no rubbish, and the tongue that flows, that talks, is not what? It's not a fabric. So I don't got fabric of the tongue. My tongue is not a rope, not a fabric, not what you wear. So I'm building continuous, just in order for you to understand what I'm saying. That life, I have to do this, so that if you're seeing the mortar colors, then you can tell truly I'm the one who designed or built. So I'm watching also the dimensions and measure that it should go on as beautiful as we see. So I'm watching, and this staircase right here would function as it's reserved. So I hope you can look around it, that my head is not a rag. I'm not the one you are calling out of myself. I don't want it to be doing things that is above you. So here, now we're getting through a version view. You see what it feels like when you're having colors and making the color real as they appear before you. So you just watch carefully what this side view is. What are we going to do? You'll have to know that later. So watch carefully. So I'm just saying that this is where they tell you how to use this to build as the real looks here, so on the field. We're going to do a lot of things with this very side view, and that will involve a lot. You are looking at it simple, but it won't be simple when it comes to constructing what I'm doing. Yes, because we are also putting them on top. Leave the okay, watch here. So it's going to have very critical engineering. So look at it, like you are seeing it like a twin tower. So let's feel the power of what? Reality. Now watch what I'm doing. Watch me say that. Watch that carefully, and you look at its form. And that, if you are not the one who understands maybe the dimension as it's appearing or as it appeals to your eyes physically, you want us to say the size even of your car is as the size you are seeing, right? Then we are telling you what it feels here, that the dimension here that is transferred onto the field, as small as you see it here, is the same size that you are seeing heavy mansion physically where you're sleeping. So if you feel like you can sleep in a house that you respect, that until you see it physically you don't respect it, that same size of the house you may be living in is the same thing you are seeing here. Do we get it well? Is that correct? Yeah. Yeah. So what do you do? Let's get to the top. And what you are looking at here is so much that if I should just convey, look at what we're going to do. It's so much, and I'm now looking at how it should look like. Yeah, before myself. That over here, yeah, I'm watching what I have to do right here. So I'm looking at this place should be like a Porsche to this. As a place you can probably want to say you sit and cook. Because I don't want to do it so much that what you can't afford, yeah, that you want to say. Do you know what it is? This is for multi-purpose. Everything here is multi-purpose. So if you want to convert one thing to the other, you have to know why it was built the way it is. So we've gone around it. Why? Because we are looking at how it should be if we build continuous. Oh, watch out. So I'm watching carefully. Fire. So everything you are seeing here, they are telling you square, square, this, but they have the dimensions. Yes. So migrate it. So I'm building continuous. You see the pillar. You see the pillar, right? How we can see where the short dash lines are. That's a pillar in it. So to have it like, yeah. And this side you have to put it here like this. So in the real building, whatever it involves physically in the act, that you also have in here. This is not what we needed to be up here. Yeah, even what I'm doing, if you know what I'm trying to say, let's go look up there, up, so that I will say it in a way to understanding. So you see what we are kind of creating at this point? Perceive well. No, no. So we were also dialoguing over the side. You watch carefully. Here. So in this very room, watch here. So watch carefully. So this for multi-purpose. You can have one of these for washroom or bathroom, because that's the main size of the bathroom. Not the one you used to have, as I don't even know what dimensions they take over there. But I'm telling you what it is in the modern world. So washroom size here, you can have, let's get it to this before we look at it. So the pillar on also for a square. It's a whole place you can live. This is a whole house you want to say talking about. So I'm building continuous, but for this very moment, I'm looking at what we want to say today. So I'm building continuous. This square is for anything whatsoever I want to look at. Look at the size. It's 3 as you know what is 3, unless you know what is 3 meters. If you know what is 3 meters, then you can tell what I'm saying. Like 3 meters square. You want to say that? Like this, what? 10, as you should look at what I'm saying. But in the creation of this modern building, as I will tell you what measure we are giving to this to make the room size as equal as it is. So it is convertible, that the number you're saying is the actual what? Figure or number for the size. So if I convert it before, you know what it should build in your kind of what level. But as you are, let's say if we have it just like this, for the system, assuming it's a plant that will build it, you just have to insect the plant and then it will build this house with the exact sizes. It won't need any conversion of anything. Do you get what I'm saying? So if you have 10 feet here, let's say 10 by this. So 10 by this, then you are also, let's say, subtracting how many of this is in this. So that's why we say 3. You see it? That's a 3 or 3. So to say 3 point, you get it? Like 3 supposed to be. Do you understand what we're saying? Or just watch carefully. We are using the dimensions so that you understand what I'm saying, if it should be as a size like this. So I was just kind of looking at what it is. So I have something here. Let's see. Let's look at it. Right. Get it. Oh, that. Right. So I'm taking some things to the level. So that's why we'll be showing the level and level issue. So let me yeah. when I get to this, we have so if you don't have any knowledge of what I'm doing, or just to say about this, how would you know what is going on? So as it's right before us, I'm now creating it. So after creation, before you have a plan, so I'm creating this that goes with the plan. So after creating this, before we have the plan, so somebody must first create before you have a plan. So now I'm creating it, so you don't know what plan it will be. So you cannot have this nature of building or houses if I don't have the plan available or made available. And it will be only after this before you can have the plan. I'm getting to this place. Getting. No, no, this one. Hold on. Yeah. To the side. Getting it. Oh, yes, to this. And this side. So that's what questions sometimes they will ask. Oh, what are you doing? Yes, I'm doing something. Just watch. So that's what I'm building now. So I'm just making this work to what you don't expect. My so we have a room created over there. So I didn't come to play, as you may be doing somebody's through colorful works. So I'm also showing you my works and works and works. You know, the other software was a bit different from this. There's the application to tell, Lord, I want to have this, avail this. Yo. It was. And you know what happened? When I had to say we were doing it here, then they manifest nobody that show works how they have to drive the car through a gate. And it happened before us. And I watched. And we watched carefully. You can say you are seeing the reality that the Lord should create. And you are saying, unless it passes through the falling side. No. It shouldn't go through the falling side. Do you now look at what will be when we get to this level? You see where the staircase is? You see it? Look at the side. We are watching carefully. Let's feed something here. Oh, yes. So watch what I'm going to do. So I want to just look at something. Well, so I need to customize this to the size of a frame. Like, do you see the size of a frame? let me use this because I understand what it is. But we need to watch carefully what it's gonna be. Oh, come on. Yeah. So this can feed. Yeah, exactly on that. So let's see what I've done there. Let's take a look at that. So to the level here, that you can walk all the way from this to this, to the side here. And there must be what? So I'm looking at what should be, I'm looking at what it should be. Uh-huh. And I know right after this, we will need not that one. So I watch. So when I watch carefully, I know we will need. Why do I need? I want to tell you what I need. What I need best for that area. So let's see what I need best for that area. What I need best for that area. Do you think I've done something wrong? No. Let me put these things back. You see, when I build it like this, and then they are showing you how they place or build it up to the level. Watch carefully. So I have an owner to what? Reward somebody. Now that we have these, so I'm going to go do this. Let's watch carefully this one. There are things I need to do here, more technical. So I need more technical things here. So let's see. I want to work out some things here, and that watch carefully. So more technically, I want it like this, and it would be what? Well. My greatest very well. So I need to have this here. That I can take you through. Let's see here. You know, because of the staircase, I have to have this side created the way you're seeing it. So that we'll have it like this. So it will be in a form like this. It will be in a form like this. Do you see it? So that's what I was technically looking at. So that we now have the upstairs that you walk all this side, then you come to the flap step in place here. Like this is what you are looking at. You are looking at it like this. Yeah, you're looking at it like this. So right from here, I can what? Insert these things that I was talking about. So not to say that we can fail. We cannot fail the cause as I'm saying it is. Or I can keep quiet and shut the system and then we make what? We mute the system not to have So as we guess, nobody else doing it than the Lord Himself, the builder, the architecture, the art, and all of that. The number one is Kwasi Bekoe and Sylvester in the most act January Sunday. You can forbid all this because they are called to the Lord. So if I fail to work it out, I would have gone against myself. But to make myself known to the world, in the whole world, I will take the well out of the hole. And the world is out of the hole, I will present it. We're putting it right on the very forefront, where in the light and on the field and in the heavens and in spirit in the light, we are working out. Yeah, that's it. They planted it. Saying I school there and I pray there. I meditate there. I did everything. That's what it looked like myself who built it right there. So to have it like a great, beautiful mountains and pyramid up in it, you're watching it. That's mountain. Naturally, it's like nothing else can happen before my work done. My like great. You know, we can just call a giant. So I can say I'm not a giant, but I'll tell you the verdict. I got it. Because why am I saying not a giant? Because when I find the word to be, corrupt, I cannot use it anymore. I can only trust that we're getting the right information and reserving it to the best field and area we need. I can really. Well, let's find out. Where it is. Yeah, hold it. Right there. Come on. So I'm working out some few things here. I'm watching. Because I'm now fixing up areas that are very crucial. So you can do better than I have to show myself what I got. And what I put out there, nobody got it. That's what it should be because we are not thinking the same way. It's just a miracle to say somebody leave, others breathe, others go by the way, and others miss a pro. And it's just like that. However, one person doing it, like you want to talk about a computer, a server, and then connected to one source that really making it flying the best, and independently working, out controlling traffic, this one moving out there, this one moving in, having no such thing, and almost every time getting the best to make up the speed. That's a real miracle that you want to say. Yeah. Looking at what we kept talking about and then getting to this, at least to open up a sword and having it also working. I don't think anybody get an understanding of what I'm doing to myself, as I cannot be hurricated in myself, inside. I'm the world of myself. But I don't allow anybody else to say I'm a world. I can be a world. I can only know what I can accommodate or I can keep in myself, which is a life. The true things, I say that, we can't be the truth anymore. Why? If you find out where the word has been placed and the corruption and what it is in it, most of you know what? You praise things about human or spirit forces and you don't know they are doing and they are fake. Just as the Bible will tell you that for lack of knowledge, his very own people, he called his very own perish. So if the Lord says his own perish, I'm not one of that. I can tell you, I know the situation on hand. So I can only say that this is what you did and you got it wrong. This is what is available that we cannot do. And this is also available that you cannot touch. You can come and tell me your religion of believing and going to church, going to read and hearing. That makes you somebody. No, you are nobody. There's somebody is what? The one who knows what you're saying. In the light, in the secret, and in the advancement. And they just tell you, do this, and you are free. Because they told you what? Knowing what exactly is from the very in. So it is in the out. That what is above you, having it on the level with you. That you only see what is level with you and level at your very service to recognize the service and give to our what you have not fought or you have not battled with him to know what it takes to even stand him. I hope we want to take a break and when we return, we'll continue. Work is we're not allowing somebody to do it. If I stop, it stops. If I stop wherever we pause, that's where we pause. So if I stop doing what I do, nothing can just come up and do what I do. Because I don't think we have the same I don't think we have the same kind of understanding to what I do now. Can something really happen, Roger? Yeah, let's get it. Well, that's all right. Yeah. So I went for a short break, and that we have something working out. So we're looking up maybe almost everything here should be the light. So that you cannot say there's a night that makes something. No. Now I was just looking at putting the ladder or the staircase just between here. Watch carefully. Watch carefully here. So we're just trying to fix that here. Well, here. So we were looking at how to get it in there. Fix well. Well, that's well. And as you can hear from the background, things are really happening. So that you'll be saying that somebody just sat down and think it should be like that. I want to practically show you that I make practicality reality. That we can talk of the Lord and not see Him and not know Him. Never my cause. That's why I make it as we say it. So what we're doing is not an eye that somebody should work on as a dust, let alone the earth. We are using purest star works, and purest star work is this. So we cannot have it here. We are not those things invoked. So we command ourselves out of it. That we can be the force of the enemy. My head can't change to somebody else. As I'm not a fish, I will command ourselves out of the water beast. And let the beast of the water also separate ourselves from any place invoked any bladder issue. There is a bladder they cannot have. Because when we have the blood pool right there, and I tell you, you claim you need blood. Whose blood you need? There, go have it. If you claim you need the blood is right there. Even chicken blood, you cannot have it. As it may be there. Because until you eat that blood, if you need it, you have never received it. So dust cannot require any blood whatsoever from us. If you claim you know it, and you know Him, I'm not allowed to be poured into earth for you to say that I'm the one in earth that said they need blood to pour on this earth. Never true. I'm sitting right before us. I'm not a person buried. I made my war and win it. So I cannot be joking. So we put this staircase up here. That being outside here, I can use this side through, and I get in here. And then if I have to say the car go in there, you get what I'm saying? The car, then we have a staircase go up here. Now, what do we need to do? We need to now create doors and windows over there. So, if I have to continue to build, we also need to see that. So it's like this is a universe. Yeah, when you look at things like this is like a universe or a field, and they need a person to come work on. That if you fail to what? Make something known, it would be as it is. That's how the universe is. It looks like this. Then this round control part here tell you the stars that work around the globe. They are angels like the other stars. Every one of them have a different function and what they do. That's the angels in their form, who should lift you up, tilt you, send you. You see, multiple arrow and command, multi-purpose, and they all have control to have this function control throughout. So when we say, let's say the photo, the angel that come around to us, take a photo of the good works, the angel that increase you, the angel that reduce you. These are all the names of the Lord. Minus is a force. Plus is a force. This, they are telling you, when something is ready, they got to come for it. Or they have to take you through to the next level. And these show you need it. What you create. You can see that these have four main key control. And then at the core part, we have also four. They really show you triangle, like they tell you where they direct you that you follow. Don't tell her the world is in a standstill. It's not. I don't think we owe somebody my nose. And I have my nose not at the dog. So the wind dog out of the flesh. Get out of here. So to make it happen, here it is. You're watching. That's how you have to look at the demarcations, profiling, and what have you. Watch here. Nose choke off. Our head cannot be a nose. So we can't say our nose is nose any longer. Because of what? Corruption. When it's a spirit, you have to know where the nose is placed and what makes you speak in the nose, or choky. That's the corruption that the world found itself and not knowing what really was wrong until somebody came up to tell this has been wrong all this while. So if I get there and I clamp spirit to the side, what do? I need to have something also erect here. So I would have to do something here. Because I have to say I can leave this side to have the rain pass through into that place. And at the same time, we can have what? Water heater. So I have it for multi-purpose at this very part. Or I would simply just do what I have to do. It's just to say, I want to create a storage here. To what level? Let's say that. So don't tell me that you don't need someone to teach. So if I'm getting the voice, somebody also can convey it to the CEC. Copy and copyright and transcription and inscription of all of that. Like if I speak, let's say if I speak an English language, the person watching can also translate to French or some other languages. That's why I wish to talk, not just keep a thing like somebody is doing it and I'm only talking. No. You see what it looks like when we got it like this. Oh yes. So right from the side, I come up here. That will be what? So let's take this off. So if I use this side, I come to this, and this become what? A seating place. As this one is square, you know what you need to and what you do here. Same way, you can be here, and you're in this place. Do you follow that? So we follow that. We follow that very well. I also made it such that we can from this same place, from the downstairs to the side, we have an access, reaching through this. So I can do this. That we have no child here because I don't have a spirit of a child. And I don't need anybody as a soul. If you don't know, I am not a child like in your flesh you were born. I am not born in flesh of a sin. I have been born as a kingdom, from the kingdom and the princess. You are not born a princess from a princess. So you and I have not the same birth. You want to talk about having flesh, but we are not the same. You don't have anything that shows you the gold. You don't come from the gold. You don't come from the ornament. You don't come from the sword. And you don't come from the royal. So we don't have the same. Don't be comparing us. That's what I'm telling you. If you don't know what you've done, if I take my place, just count your Lord. That very day you are earned. Your end is that very day. Because I don't think I go out there and I'm insulting people when I'm not teaching anything. You insult and you don't teach. The meaning to say insult, once you are in the house with us, same house we share, then you think you are equal with us. That's the insult. That's the kind of insult that you say you are insulting us. That when they brought you in, now you grow on to the level and you think we are the same. Where you have forgotten you are from your own different light. Or from your darkness. That is not true. You don't come from my home. That's what we tell you. If you truly understand what I can do, I don't think you ever raise your mouth and speak against that, because I've gone beyond hell and death. And that is not a thing to measure. You can't measure that which happened in their life to the life of any other person on earth. You ask the angels if you know them, what has really happened. If you have the right to say you are a virgin, that you can talk to an angel, let's say, or to your own evil level angel, ask them what it is. So when we build this home, this also becomes what we can say chimney can be in the home. So I told you whatever I'm doing has multi-purpose and multi-name. So my face is as clear as it is. You see, on this day, 25th, look at the time, watch your time. You've eaten. I haven't eaten. Let me give you the right time. The right time is that I have a call. Let me try the person. Yeah, the rose is called. So the rose called. So I want to call my priest. You say, that's a spirit to spirit work. That if we are sinners of wrong deed, it would make us prone to what? What somebody say that we say what? You can fear. But once we are the one doing the right thing. Oh yeah? Eh. Neighbor fair. Ma. Fema makoba. Imede no. One. Ah, time cry. Aha, see you. Eh, mo one la da kra dodo. Ah, okay, mo chia ne. Na nete mbe amfite ben college no. Ah, yo. Ani ani bon so fe. Mo nta mla ni na. Fe ndo banina. Oh. Mano. There is nothing at home. Wow. Nobody has ever heard this. Nobody has ever heard this. And it's true. Nobody has ever heard it. That the home of the royal and the kingdom and the truth. They have nothing home to cook. Let alone somebody to tell us we should abide by the law and rule of somebody that they want to say is what? Say maybe 25th and 24th and Christmas. That's why we told you that we don't have anything like that. So in the real truth that the Lord can make it happen. That we have called nobody's child, nobody's mother than my own. My own. So that when we are the princes and the kingdom and we are asking, I'm asking her, what have they cooked? What is home? They said nothing in home. Nothing home. Mo ntomle ni ngai so kale in California. Ngaba be feji ato. Ento fane na mo nka fo be feji ato. Fe. Yo, for mo then kite later, I will call later. Mbe mo then kite later. Because I don't on occasion like this. This is the witness that the world will bear us out, the royal, the home of good and people. We are the ones showing our own fruit and reserve. That the Lord has never, on any occasion, He has never recognized the ones on earth keeping the law. That's what I'm saying. So that as I called live, as we talk, fair. Okay. Yo, then I have to do this right later. So, if truly the home of the Lord, so this is why we say you are joking. If the truth indeed was for the truth, that righteous people were the one to celebrate it and not wicked people. You see, that's what I'm saying. You can never tell me a prophet that gone to my house and to give to the one that I say birth myself, let alone the word that I made which nobody has ever made. You can't say you are a sinner and the Lord call you to go and battle. I am the Holy One telling you. You see, my own mother, that is a princess and myself a prince. So when you claim there is a generation you are celebrating somebody's birth and death, we are not a part of it. We are the royal. How you get into the truth, we are telling you. How can I be working and showing and teaching the world, and then I live, and then she's telling that truly there is nothing home. If it were your parents or your mom, you know how old is she? That she should be in the garden working every day, because we came from the truth as not the truth that you know. While your truth have been placed in the backyard of yourself, dropping things. We came from the light, the royal. Because they told you education came from royal and highest authority. That you are learning about the good of the Lord or from the Lord's own. We are not learning about witches and wizards. We are not learning about the things that we call the snake and beast. We are learning about the highest that the Lord. That's the nation. So that's why I tell you Nkonya is not Ghana, it's a nation. Because you don't know what is a nation. Where the Lord predestined the people and talking to them in the flesh, that's a nation, the seed He gave, where life spring out from. That not that the president or the government or Illuminati or Freemason, not that they gave us something. On this day, you become accursed when truly you are the sinful one and you are celebrating because you have food. So if the Lord Yeshua gave you the right to enjoy, you are now cursed as it cannot be called in my home. So when you are celebrating, even you don't deserve it, and you claim you have been given food to eat, who do you call accursed? Am I working or I'm teaching? I'm not teaching. So what I'm doing, is that not a wealth? Is that not a nation builder? You are celebrating wealth that have not eaten. That's spirit to spirit. We carry our own self. And the situation is not that you didn't die for us. Jesus had not died for us. Yeshua have not died for us. But we are proving how you didn't know what you're doing. You have no knowledge. So you are doing it based on what you are. I have raised no child. I speak no base. We are not a mosquito family. Come on out of the tree. Move out of the tree. Move out of the earth. So this is what they say. They make you to be worshiping things that have no life. Because if you have known where the role and giving is, there you should have gone first. Search on the land, the home of the virgins, where they say give. If you give to the spoil, you are a curse, because nobody can give the right place of the Lord to a spoil. There you are today. If you claim you have a woman or you have a parent, there I show you what the Lord has been doing. He is not the Lord that raised the life. I have it. If you can prove, I say I have the life. I am the one telling you what is going on. This is why we have it. If you can eat and your home is what? Filled with food. And I'm the one working, and then my prophecy cannot be from your home. This is the truth. Live on this day, market 2025. What you and the Lord and what they claimed is the Lord. What they have done, if he's wise. Tell us if the Lord is wise. Or he's a wise one to the fool that claim he has been giving food in the wise way when they are a fool. When the Lord asks them to do, they fail to do. But on the day that we eat, you are saying the fool is the one who eat. You are not from my home. That's where we end the audio. I cannot tell you what you are doing if indeed you understand it. So you can't call somebody else home my home. On this day, let's go on internet. Let's find out what are we supposed to do on a day like this in the home. Let's see how the Lord rewarded on the home of the saints and the righteous. It shouldn't come from anyone, any political grounds. Already that is unacceptable if you are not your relation with the Lord working like that. Let's see. You see the candle right there. So that let's see what should have been given on account for what you are saying is a great occasion for you. So occasion that you are not a part of yet you are the one eating. And we tell you that we are not a konja. We are not a stool. We are not a child of somebody else. My image, I'm not living in the image. I am not your. When I utter a word, you are not the one talking. When I command my face, I am not having the face of any Christianity or any God or whatever. I am myself. Do you know yourself? Myself is not what you are referring to self. I am Sylvester Bekoe. I am Jane Sunday. I'm not what you say myself. Because this time you are also saying self. So you saying self, you are sick. Your nose. I know it. You are sick. Because they say you are claiming that you are what I'm saying. And you are sick with your nose. I'm telling it live on the internet. Let's see on this 25th day who and who. So on the 25th December, what is written? Oh, bring the thing quickly. So on the such days like this, so I'm not a one crying or not a baby crying. Actually, I'm not talking about children. I'm not a child, and I will never be talking about children. As I command you, come on, take out of the children. Take it on the unclean edge. Take it out. All it out. Murder your old man out of this place. How you think you can say you've eaten, and you don't know the young man coming? You have not given life. And I will ever show you that. Let's look at it, compare. If you are to live singularly, what strength has an old man or old woman? That they will not have food and give to the young ones. But they are eating it and having the young one what? Being a curse, as they claim their own curse is this, they turn to somebody. The world will judge you. Because you don't have to eat first. You should have had a womb. That should be talking life and soul. If somebody ever live in the womb. Watch carefully. So on the 25th December, what is what? What is what? Reading. To be carried out. In the Jewish calendar. So we are looking at it. Watch carefully. So whilst we are building, we are adding this because by the time I've made a call, so we have to let you know. So we are not head, we are not bucket, we are not things timid or things tangible that you use for earning yourself the life you expect. So that's why if I don't find celebration, I don't have it. Look at what is going to happen. Watch right here. A bad name for somebody. See Enoch name, Hanukkah. Look at it there, right there. You are going to see it. Now watch carefully. That name alone will show. Then we have even Maccabees or Maccabean. Look at what is happening. Okay, on December 25th, the Jewish calendar marks what? The start of Hanukkah. Hanukkah or Hanuk. That, and also in the bracket say Chanukah or Chanukah or Kanuka. Watch carefully. That the festival of what? Light. The home of light have not received life. And then somebody from darkness, which is witch or the non-learned. Let's put it that way. As the Bible says what? For lack of knowledge you are in darkness. But when there be anybody teaching, that is light. So that alone is the light. If there is any wisdom among you, that person is the light. So you can only see light as the sun shining through. And also anybody teaching you knowledge broadly. That's the light. So if the light home have not eaten and myself, we are living only on our account for the truth that I have not eaten. You have not sent in the house of the Lord any food, but you call yourself being given. That's why I show you your Lord is different from my Lord. And I don't agree with what you claim is your Lord, because your Lord does not give to the one working. They are fooling people, giving to you, taking somebody's place. And that's why I challenge your Lord, that I challenge him, that I have not him as a Lord. I have my Lord which is virgin. You can never come there. What is happening here live? I just have to do what? On this day is 25th. You see, I didn't have to search it the way you think things you are doing today. What are you supposed to do today? You see that on this calendar, there's no Christmas as you want to call it first without knowing what it holds today. What it holds today, that will tell you on this day. So, what? On December 25th, the Jewish calendar marks the start of what? Hanukkah or Chanukah. That's what is on the Jewish calendar. That is what you believe, or you base that is a Bible you hold from the aside here. Now what happened? That the festival of light. So they are celebrating festival of light, but not Jesus if Jesus be a liar. Not God if God be a liar. But the light, as you see the sun and the earth and the food. These are the creators, the side that works, not the side that is not working. So if your Jesus has to claim, you claim it. But is the Jesus not aware somebody has not eaten? No, is he not aware? So if he is aware and he's not given to the home of virgin, so curse is being called. But I, on my side, it's a cause that I capture it. Oh, but I'm the one watching. What you can do? Nothing. Look at it. So it's before us on the screen live. So that what is happening is this. That commemorating what? So commemorating the what? Let me put it that way well. Let's see. The rededication. What are you saying, dedication? Are you capable of giving? Are you dedicated to somebody's life that they may see life? Or it is just a culture, practice, whether you give life or not, nobody's guiding you. So you are doing it as you think. Is it a father? Is the festivity from your father or from a source you claim created and one of his sons that fell on your cause? Whereas it was not to be judged, yet you judge them wrongly. So how are you the one the Lord is giving today to it? Now, what is happening? Commemorating what? The rededication of what? So I'll turn it on. On the second temple in Jerusalem, after the Maccabean revolt, celebrated lighting candles on a nine branch candelabra or candelabra, which is what the Chanukia. For what? For 8 nights, symbolizing a miracle or miracle or miracle of what? To turn it on oil lasting 8 days. This date, the 25th. Have you done it? So practically proving the Lord as a calendar in Jewish, you have all failed. Except the ones, even what shows my channel, what I was listening to. Watch here. That my channel first proved. Look at it. These are the things. You see what I'm saying? These are the things. Talking about what? Things that we will have to talk about. We have done it or showing it first before knowing that we should talk about things. And that has to connect only from the original home. How my word make known to you what it should have done. What is the priest like? That every home celebrating it. Is it lawful that they just celebrate anyhow? Or it should be what? One accord. That whatever you claim you want to say is in the name of the Lord, then you have to do the doing. You have to keep the law. That will make it as it is. You can't do it a case. You can't do it a case. You can do it with a case. And who do you have to help? Have this from his home. I make a call. And the situation they tell. Let me ask you, Lord. Let me ask you, somebody. Is this your law? That people fall and fail and sin. And you have no regard for what is falling. Is that my kingdom? Then I will judge you well. So what carefully? I hope you want to understand. Is this also on your candle stand? Is it on your... No, you can't celebrate someone's life. Why you don't do the doing and keeping of the law? Watch carefully. That what happens? That the 25th of the Hebrew month is what? Kill or Kislev. So Kislev. You want to say Kislev or Kislev or Kislev. Now, often aligned with what? So it aligned with what? The celebration with the Christmas. So it is a doing that existed that also aligned with what? What this doing came about. That you don't want to say they are simply one thing, no. But when they let's say they connect, when it connect with what they're doing, and they begin to what? Mark it, or they claim they were celebrating it, then they have to do what? All that is of this Jewish calendar. So that when you see a candle here, you see it here. When you see a law of what? Or a law for morality, you have to see it here. It means that you are mimicking the true Lord, that you are the same doing his will. You cannot mimic him when you are a sinner. To say we eat on the same day of the Lord's day. So today is the light day. And we went on the talking that the light of the sun is white. What carefully that they say, oh, even as what varies annually. So you don't even have to know it. Except for this day, I make known to you. And any Christmas time or any Jewish calendar or any calendar, like if the day like this comes as 25th, whatever I would come out with, that is what you should have learned. That is what you should observe. It shouldn't be what you know already. Because they wrote here that is what varies. It varies annually. So you don't have to say that they have crucified somebody by nailing his hand against a wood. It should vary. Just marking it should vary either. Have you done it? Who is your guide? Who is watching? That watch carefully. That key aspects of what Hanukkah or Hanukkah on the 25th December is what? A festival for dedication, as the word Hanukkah means dedication. Honoring. So are you honoring Satan, Jesus, God, deity, idol, beast, any king, or is this just to direct to one source? Where the one source? Where is it? The virgin, the law keeper, the covenant keeper, the covering one. Have you given to anybody like that? There, it goes on honoring the dedication for the temple in 164. Look at it. That's the 11th house again. Because 164, so listen very well. 164, which is what? 11. That's 101. Look at how it is truly for this occasion. For the BC, which we are saying you didn't even write BC. To know that the BC we were talking about is a code that marks this, and that if you fail to attend SHH or BC, these are the things that mark the seniors coming. That's why the seniors came behind you. Even though it doesn't necessarily mean that they are behind you. It means that you've gone past without knowing. You are the Samaritan woman, and then there were the Jerusalem to Jericho. You walk past without knowing where you passed. Without knowing what is wrong somewhere. And you went somewhere like the chicken blowing cockroach. You didn't know that somebody built where you were standing. You didn't know that somebody made a path, the road. You didn't know the Lord made a way. Watch carefully. And this is what? To say, point 2 says what? The Mirael or Miracel, a small cruise for pure olive oil meant to last one day miraculously. Even for it to last one day, it should be miraculous act. Burned, it is burnt for what? For 8 days, allowing the temple's menorah, as I printed on my wall in Nkonya, just painted it in a blue color, sea blue or sky blue. The menorah to stay light or to stay lit. What? You watch carefully. Now, the fourth part, now that's the third part. The third part is what? That the candle or the candle lighting. Jewish light, one candle in a bracket plus the what? The shamash or servant candle. That as the candle light on the stand, it is serving. That's a great one with its own light, serving or giving of its best, or giving the best they have. That you may not fall. That with the oil nourishing you from being dried, like today, how the oil make it beautiful. This is miraculous. So when you hear servant, the candle is a representation for service, which is servant, that is angel. That's why you light candle for a symbol to angels. On the very what? Hanukkah, each night, for 8 nights. So these are all spiritual things that you need to do to mark this day. That you have failed to do it. Watch again. And that bringing light into darkness. You see. Now, fourth part or point 4 of bulletin 4 say what? Timing. Which is what? Timinge. So it is timinge. Timinge. What is timinge? Which we are saying timing. So timinge, Hanukkah, begins on the 25th. On such a day they call Kislev or Kislev, which is near the winter solstice, which is soul and ties. So soul and ties. Soul and ties, that is the solstice. Who it concerns the spiritual connect with the person, spiritual, physical. And what happens? And its date or its dates shift forward on the Gregorian calendar each year. That's it. So when you open the Gregorian calendar, you have to see this happening. So what has really in 2024 happened? That in 2024, Hanukkah started on 25th December, as it also marked the Christ gathering, which is the mass. The mass gathering. So the word Christmas is mass gathering. Do you understand it? Christmas simply means mass gathering. For what purpose? Character like him. On what day? Like this day. So today is a mass gathering day. But that wouldn't mean that this 2025 you have known this to even keep it. But in 2024, they are reminding you they did it on this day, 2025, for mass gathering. So this is a mass gathering day. And there you are eating, and we are not eating. We creating it, or the Lord that created the food you eat today, you say the Lord is a curse, that you should eat, and he doesn't eat. But he's a human being. If we have blood in ourselves, show it. If we have water in the flesh, show it. No, very well. That for the current date, December 25th, 2025, Hanukkah would have already begun a few days prior, typically around December 21st, you say, because I have marked 777, which is prime, my prime time. So this is what they now call the word prime time. That's the prime time. So I'm the one who have the prime time, because I'm the one it concerned, prime time, which is what? The 777 or the 3 or the 21st century prime time, or 22nd, running what? Running for 8 days. You say, my word and key bring this knowledge, understanding, and keeping, and the doing. That is what you should have been doing. That's what you should have known. Did you invite the Lord? No. It is not Catholic keeping that mark what we are saying. It is the Lord's own self, which is in flesh. The Lord's own soul that is working in flesh. Not the one who cannot make it. Not the one who cannot form a cloud. Not the one who just only say it. Not the one who just go to church. Not the one who have attended seminaries. It doesn't really mean they are the one. But it connects with them, the doing, that they may also see the one it concerns, the soul. Here you are. I need to go out right now and probably ask for one of my relationships that they may give orange or something I may eat. Fruit. Because you have not done it yet, you said the Lord love you. So he has loved you in your case. And we would have gone searching, as the Bible says, we should go out there in the wilderness, gather wild crop. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to embark on a journey, gathering on the wild crop. That's where you meet the wild beast. And it will need you to have the superpower. If not so, they will tear you up and eat you. Because it has to be involvement of wilderness. So on this day is wilderness if I have to have my own session differently from you. So I need to go to the wilderness and do such things. You have failed because you have no understanding. Because where there is understanding, they will do this and keep watch. Or where there's an angel, they will have done it. Because they told you what, this one had begun already in 21st. What? Mark carefully. What did I do on 21st? So go on my channel. That's what you should try to know. That what happens on 21st on my channel, mark this same day. That's all right. That's what we need to understand. That we've been talking about the Hanukkah. Who made it known to you? And on my channel, we have had what? The 360 going toward the water side, the peacekeeping command lectures, where the waters was showing the most beautiful green and myself broadcasting the most cleanest place in the area. That when we go to Nkonya, cleanest place in the world is Nkonya there. That's why Nkonya will watch where it is clean. And any country that is clean will also watch a next country or village that you think is village. That is clean. But a mountain is not village. That's what you should know. So if you claim you are a city boy or you have the city set, of course, the Bible said a city set on hill. We are the one who set on hill. So we have the city. So the city we descend on or from to your level. So we have the city, not you having the city. Accra is not a city. It has been built by the works of what? A city builder or estate or empire. But it doesn't mean Accra itself is a city known as a hill. You say? So originally, city is set on hill. So when the city is also built on a level like this, you are seeing the works of what? A city set on hill. To descend to your level, that you will be on the hills and go to the low level or the lowland to what? Embrace others. This is the true working strength. That somebody hope that it will happen like we were just building. How many hours? If you fail to watch what I'm doing, you will miss this part. That's why they say pro but miss. So they promise. So the pro wise will be at the end. Start watching till this end. How many minutes? Several hours we have to say it is. Are we supposed to have it like this? Yes. What is it to show today? Myself. And the gardens. We agree that we've not eaten. Look at what I was showing. Have we eaten from the fruit of the Lord? No. So he has not died for us. He has not created us. We created the truth. That's why it concerns only what we say. Because what you prove is in the lies. They're part of a lie. That's why it doesn't feed the righteous. As the righteous work is what you are also saying you have been given. I don't think we need somebody to tell that it is given. So on 21st on my channel, let's watch what I did. So that's why we end the part session here. This is very crucial to talk about. That's a discovery. So I'm the light living among you, or I have the light living among you because it's concerned. It will be New Year. So the New Year, I'm the same person called New Year. Because I'm the one born in January. To experience the kingdom, the Lord's throne, in New Year is myself. That you cannot say I've died or whatever. No, it's never true. You can never say that. So let's take a break. I will have to come back. We'll have to come to the site later. How can I be working and they say there's no food at home? Yet I'm making a new home. So a new home is before us. So let's take a break. We'll be right in the next video. If I have anything, we'll be right in place of the site work. Site work. To have delivery, whatever. I'm even trying to say a word and speak. Somebody cannot be my enemy. So nobody can be my enemy. It's better I tell you. By the time I return, you'll see what I would have done or what I have to reach. This is the part we hold.